Electrical Commission Standard Number 60335-2-76. This is a technical standard that's universal that provides for certain criteria to be met in fences for agriculture or security and things of that nature. The town will secure a copy of that regulation and make it available to the public for use of electric fences in the BI zone. The energizer for the electric fence shall be driven by a commercial storage battery not to exceed 12 volts DC. The storage battery shall be charged primarily by a solar panel. However, the solar panel may be augmented by a commercial trickle charger. Paragraph C, the electric charge produced by the fence upon contact shall not exceed energizer characteristics set forth in paragraph 22.108 depicted in figure 102 and IC, the International Electrotechnical Commission Standard Number, as I said before, 60335-2-76. D, no electric fence shall be installed or used unless it is completely surrounded by a non-electrical fence or wall that is not less than 6 feet in height. The distance between the electric and non-electric fence shall be set forth in the IEC standard number 60335-276, edition 2.1 is amended. Electric fence shall have a minimum height of 8 feet, maximum height of 10 feet, and shall be at least 2 feet taller than the perimeter fence. The front yard setback shall be 30 feet for the perimeter non-electric fence. The electric fences shall be clearly identified with warning signs and read, "Warning, electric fence," at intervals of not more than 50 feet. A minimum of 1 sign shall be placed at each side of the fence. The whole harmless agreement shall be reported with the town by the fence owner, releasing the town from all liability regarding the fence. The area near the electric fence must be clear of vegetation so as to avoid causing any brush fire. The electric fence shall not interfere with the great performance of nearby telephone, data connections, radio, and or TV reception. Those are the amendments that are made to section 19 of the zoning ordinance. I would recommend the board accept that for adoption.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept ordinance 1-2010?
I accept your recommendation and I so move.
A second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next ordinance is 5/2010. That's the Elkton zoning ordinance, section Article 12, section 29, housing for elderly or handicapped. The only change here is under 6, which reads, the board shall grant the application only upon a finding that such use will not affect adversely the use or development of the surrounding area. Housing for the elderly and handicapped may be permitted as a special exception by the Board of Appeals in the Central Business District. The following standards shall apply. Minimum lot size, 1 acre. That is the only addition to this section, Article 12, Section 29 of the Elkton zoning ordinance. I would recommend the board adopt this amendment.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept ordinance 5-2010?
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
And last but not least, I'd like to introduce an attorney who represents the town, Mr. Paul Madden. Mr. Madden will step forward to the table. He's an attorney with the firm of White, Taylor and Preston in Baltimore, and has a comprehensive experience in both law and in the pension system. Ordinance 7/2010 is a defined benefit plan that is presented to the board tonight for introduction. This plan pertains only to sworn officers of the Elkton Police Department. I've asked Mr. Madden here to highlight the provisions of this plan, which are very complicated, and the complications arise from the need to deal with the Internal Revenue Service and their regulations with respect to pension plans, etc. So, Mr. Madden, you want to just highlight the plan?
Thank you very much. I think all of you have in front of you, in addition to the 42-page ordinance, which contains the new Town of Elkton Police Pension Plan, a 3-page plan specifications, which I can sort of go through. And I think Mr. George stated it accurately. We go from 3 pages to 42 pages, and I can't blame the additional 39 pages all on the Internal Revenue Service. But a significant number of those pages and the particularly the provisions that make your head want to explode, those are probably IRS requirements. In addition, I've been representing public entities, cities and towns within the state of Maryland for 20 years on pension plan issues and drafting plans. So a lot of these provisions that are in the plan come from our experience when issues get raised that need to be clarified. So a lot gets, the spaces get filled in pretty rapidly. This plan is a defined benefit plan. What that means in essence is that the benefit that the police officers get is fixed in the plan document, and the town bears the responsibility for making sure that the officers get those benefits upon their retirement. The plan is funded by the town principally, but in addition, there is a significant contribution by the police officers who participate, and that's 8% of their salary. And it's their salary, not their overtime, not any additions, but the salary is set by the town. And as I understand, this has already begun to be withdrawn from the sworn police officers' salaries for at least the first 3 days of July. In addition to those contributions, there's money in the officers' accounts in a 401A plan that the town has. I believe it's with Nationwide. Those, when the officers apply to transfer to this plan, they'll authorize the assets in that plan to be transferred to partially fund the past service liability for the police pension plan. And after those 2 employee type contributions, the town has the responsibility for making up the difference. The plan trustees are going to invest the assets, and the investments would be a little different than what most municipalities in Maryland are accustomed to, because the actuarial assumption is for a 7.5% return on investments. You're not going to get that from fixed income. So there'll be an investment policy that will be put together by the Retirement Plan Committee. And that investment policy will be geared, after talking to knowledgeable financial advisors, as one that is likely to return over the long term 7.5%. So it will be some bonds and some stocks to do it. The eligibility for the plan is for sworn police officers. The chief of police is excluded from participation in the plan, and as are any probationary police employees. And I think I talked about the employee contribution rate, and that is going to, as long as somebody's a police officer of the town, beginning July 1, they're going to be contributing 8% of their salary. The salary contributions are going to be pre-tax, and there's a provision of the Internal Revenue Code that allows governmental plans, governmental employers, they use the phrase to pick up the contributions, and even though they're employee contributions, they're treated as employer contributions, so they're not included in their federal income tax or the state income taxes, but they're part of Social Security. So there will be a tax break for the employees for their contribution. The contributions that the employees make to the plan, both the pickup contributions and the amounts that are transferred from the